and welcome back to another video. My name is Chloe and today you're unpacking with me. I've never done a video like this before, but we just came back from Disney World a couple of days ago and I don't think I actually overpacked a lot, but I really want to go through and kind of see out of the things I packed what was worth packing, what I didn't even touch at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Even though I'm just back from Disney World, we have our next Disney World and Disney cruise and then back to Disney World trip coming up in just less than 2 months. I would really like for Dan, myself, and Juniper to have 3 suitcases, 3 big suitcases max, maybe a duffel bag and our backpacks, but like in terms of suitcases, 3, because when we did our cruise last summer, 3 suitcases in a stateroom is pretty tight. A 4th suitcase would have just been like, where are we even putting this? Plus we have the stroller in our room. So we really got to get it under 3 suitcases or 3 suitcases. So what I want to do is I want to go through these suitcases, and if there's anything that I packed that I didn't even touch, I want to make a note of it. So that way when I pack for that trip, I'm not overpacking and not packing unnecessary things and not wasting space for that trip. And I can kind of tell you the things that were like absolutely must packs for myself and my daughter Juniper, who was 20 months old on this trip that we just went on. So without further ado, let's just jump right in and get started. This suitcase was my smaller suitcase. I originally started with a carry-on size suitcase, but we were flying Southwest. So I was like, why am I driving myself crazy trying to get into a small carry-on size suitcase when I could pack a full suitcase or a bigger size suitcase, not a full suitcase. So to start, we had Juniper's Kindle. I think it's a Kindle. It's not an iPad, a Kindle. This was originally in my backpack on the flight on the way there. I packed it on the way home because it didn't even work on the flight there. I'm gonna have to have Dan look at this because if it doesn't work again, why are we bringing it? It should have worked. I don't know. It just wasn't connecting to the Wi-Fi on the plane. Everything in here is necessary. Ponchos, swim diapers for Juniper. Did not use this. What I'm learning is that for packing, if I have an accessory that I want to use with a specific outfit, I need to pack it with like the Loungefly and the accessories that I want to wear that day. Because I never remember to grab the extra things that I pack to throw in my bag. I never remember to grab them and put them on there, so did not use this. And Sleeping Beauty somewhere in here too. We didn't use her as well. Did use that. This is a must. This is the bottle or the pop open, like, what is this called? I don't know. I use this to wash bottles. This was a must. Everything in here was good. This is like all Juniper stuff. The only thing I will say is I did see on Amazon there's a different version of this. It has like a little wand that I might try because this worked, but it was so hot it kind of fell out of her hair anyway, so I don't know if that was worth the wait. We'll have to see. Did not use her touch-up nail polish, but again, that's kind of something that you might use, might not use, so I'm okay with having that. Fan, absolutely used. I actually want to get the little TikTok shop one that you like snap onto your shirt, because this was good if I was the one pushing the stroller, but a lot of the times my mom or my sister was pushing the stroller and Dan could be pushing the stroller in July, so I want to get another one for me to wear when I'm not pushing the stroller. So yes to this, but getting another fan. This is our Big Mama Jamma stroller fan for Juniper. Still love this one. She was not a huge fan of the fan on her. I think the wind was kind of bothering her, but it was necessary. I guess it was like the hottest weather Florida has seen in like at least Orlando has seen in the last 60 years, the week that we were there. So it was very hot. So this is my toiletry bag. I pretty much used everything in here. So nothing here is over the top or extra. Fanny pack, used that. Had some extra magic bands and stuff in here, but I'm not mad about that. The thing I will say is, I actually just saw my friend Amanda from Pixie Dusted Days. She put her little magic band savers on before she left her house. I always forget to do it once I get to Disney. Why have I never thought to do that before I leave the house? Genius. So for July, I will be putting these on before we get to Florida. Because my sister did lose her magic band. We'll see if Disney finds it. Thankfully, it was the last day, so not the end of the world, but did kind of stink. Anything souvenir wise, I will probably just put to the side because I will be doing a haul, so I don't want to like give it away. Ears, I wore those. Crocs for Juniper, yes, we use those. Our pajamas we took a picture in, yep, we used that. Swimsuit, yes. Oh, here's my little, I thought I lost this in Disney. I did use this. This is where I keep all of my jewelry, so this was a yes. Brush, absolutely. Got all the shoes that I packed were all yeses. Motrin we didn't use, but I'm not going to travel without Motrin and Tylenol for Juniper, so that's a must. This is dishwashing soap. I'm actually going to put this with the baby stuff because that's what we used it for. These we did not use. I never remembered to even grab them, so they were a waste. And they're pretty heavy, so we'll not be packing those for July. I never wore these pajama pants, but they're still cute. And pajama pants, you just never know if like they're gonna get dirty or wet, like when you shower and stuff. So one extra pair of pajamas, I'm not that mad about. Did not use the umbrella, but I'm not mad that I had the umbrella. I wish I would have packed it when we were going to like Narcoossee's and stuff. So this was good to have, even though we didn't use it. Chargers, 1000% were used. Actually wish I would have packed more chargers. I don't know what I was thinking. Usually we have so many extra chargers, and this trip I was like, yeah, that's fine. But I was definitely some nights going like, where am all my chargers? So that was difficult. Juniper's hair stuff, yes. My camera gear I did not use, but I never want to go on a trip without our camera gear, just in case I decide to not, or if my phone gets lost or broken, we have a backup way to film stuff. I did not know, currently I'm using my new iPhone 16 Pro Max to film vlogs on because it's just easier with Juniper. I'm usually holding her in one arm, and I can just hold the phone in the other. It's less cumbersome. I always have my phone with me, like even if we were going on rides with the camera and my phone, it was just too much. So for now, we're vlogging on this. But like I said, I would like to have that with me in the event that something happens. Extra outfit for Juniper. Not mad about having that. Socks. Her sunglasses we didn't use, but if she would have needed them, I would have been happy we had them. Extra Kleenex. I probably didn't need to pack all of these, so I could just bring like a couple with us the next time. Luggage scale is a yes. Oh, here he went. I definitely intended to use him, but I took him off of the Danielle Nicole Castle bag because it was too much weight in that suitcase. And I moved him over here and couldn't find him the night that I wanted to use him. So, wish I would have used him, but I couldn't find him. So again, I need to make sure I have accessories for that specific bag and that specific outfit all together. See, there's Aurora. Didn't use her. Extra water cups for Juniper. You never know when you're gonna lose water cups, so. This was something I didn't use, but I wish I would have packed it in a different spot. This is like a phone holder for the stroller. I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm going to pack it in a different spot for our July trip in hopes that I remember to use it, because I think it would have been really helpful for like taking pictures or just putting my phone somewhere. And there was a couple times that I wish I would have had this when we were in the park, so it just needs to go in a different spot. So I need to figure that out. I didn't end up using this charger brick thing, but not mad that I brought it. I just feel like sometimes you just never have enough charging ports in a room. Grand Flirting had a ton. Every side of the bed had like a ton of plugs. All of the cabinets had plugs, so wasn't needed on this trip, but worth bringing. Brought these sunglasses, but the little nose thing broke off, so I need to just retire these to like home sunglasses because they were very annoying to wear like around the resort. Extra hand sanitizer, definitely only needed one, but if we would have lost that one, like my mom had extras, but for like Dan and I, probably not a bad idea to have multiples of hand sanitizer. The Haunted Mansion hair gel, did use it on Juniper's hair. With her sweating, it seemed like it didn't really stay that often, but it was still cute while it lasted. This is what I had the ponchos in, so I do need to make a note to order more ponchos because we did actually use ponchos on this trip, which the last few trips we haven't, so I need to order more of those. Juniper's hair bows. So what I learned with hair bows is that, again, I need to put her hair bows for each specific outfit in with the outfit. because when it came time to do her hair, I was like, what did I want to put with this outfit? So I'm going to do that for future trips. Like maybe put everything in a little Ziploc baggie and just put it in the Loungefly with the outfits so I know what hair clips go with which outfits. Little rubber ducky for Juniper for the bath. This was lightweight enough and she liked having just a little toy to play with. But for the most part, she didn't really need a toy, but it was nice to have this one with us. Cooler packs. They were good for the flight there, but once you get there, you kind of can't refreeze them. So I need to look into like, are there disposable cooler packs that you can use? It would be nice to just like throw them out once we get there, because I just use ice in the parks for her. So hairspray bottle, yes. Not hairspray bottle, water spray bottle. And my sticky cakes, 1000% yes. I need to replace them or put them back in the little carrier, but these were a godsend on this trip. So if you haven't tried out the new sticky cake, the sticky cakes, no, the sticky cakes, I definitely recommend them. I tried the other ones that don't stick, not a fan, but the sticky ones, yes. On to my Stony Clover duffel. This was, I didn't have it packed on the way there. I packed it in the suitcase to throw anything in on the way home. I recommend doing that with like any duffel bag. Usually I would just use like my Vera Bradley duffel, but I got this new Stony Clover, so I obviously wanted to use this. Super happy I brought it because I threw everything that I wanted to, because we went to Animal Kingdom on our last day and then to the airport. And so I threw everything that I wanted to change into at the airport for me and Juniper, her blanket, like anything we needed for the flight in this bag, which made it so much easier than trying to like put it in a suitcase, even though before we went to the airport, I had to adjust things in the suitcases, but let's see what's in here. Her blanket, this was a must. I actually used it a lot of the time at night because she didn't need it. I was freezing. A little sun cap for Juniper. This was not necessary for the parks, but definitely when we went to the pool, I'm happy that we had it to put on her head to keep her little head safe, because she's very fair skinned and I'm so proud of us for getting through the whole trip without her getting burned. Her little headphones, didn't end up using these because like I said, her Kindle was not working, so I'll be tasking Dan with figuring out why that wasn't working for our July trip. He's also like my resident IT guy, so hopefully he can figure it out. I was probably just doing something wrong. Ears, wore those. My ring light, this is lightweight enough. I like bringing this for those like in-room photos. Oh, also, I should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, to be perfectly transparent, the only things that I've grabbed out of my suitcase so far while being home was my makeup to get ready for this video today, and the tripod that you guys are currently sitting on. Brought both of those. Happy to have my tripod because we could do like pictures all together on the balcony of the room. Some silly TikToks, and then the ring light obviously helped with that too. So those were all good things to bring. External chargers. Happy to have these on the trip. Probably could have even used one more charger, but we did need to. Sharpie, didn't end up using this, but if we had done like a character book, it would have been nice to have, and it's lightweight enough. That's okay to bring. So this is unpacked. To my bag. We'll do my little Loungefly. It's all dirty laundry. Body Glide, yes. 1000% yes. Still have not used the disposable camera. At some point we will get through that disposable camera. My little tripod thing. These, I didn't really use these this much this trip, but I was happy to have them. Disney gift card, I'm not sure if that was used. We need to check that. I did keep a little baggie of makeup in my Loungefly. Was happy to have this in my Loungefly, but the powder that I picked was a little bit light for me. So I either need to put the powder in like a blush or something. So need to figure out what I want in my like Loungefly makeup for the summer. And I used this Loungefly, so this was a good pack. Onto my backpack, another charger. Juniper's drawing pad. We did actually use this on the plane. It was like one of the only things that kept her busy for a few minutes. Books, 100% yes. I really liked these books because like normal books, you kind of get through pretty quickly, but these are like the 100 first words. So we have 100 first words and then 100 first words of colors. and one of her favorite books, Disney My First Words. So those were 3 good books to bring for her. I brought stickers. We didn't end up using them, but if she had wanted to do stickers, we had them. I still love my diaper bag. This was helpful on the flight down to Florida somewhat to hold my phone, but Juniper also just wanted to kind of hold the phone, so I never pulled this out. I need to put this in a different spot, but it would have maybe kept her attention for a minute. The flights were pretty rough, to be honest. But that was also partially my fault for doing a late night flight with her, because she was just so beyond tired that she was checked out. My little brush. Never ended up using this. I just used this guy, but I will probably still bring this on the next trip just because it is so small and compact. Okay, so here is my PSA for you guys. Make sure you unfold anything that is what you think is a birth certificate, because what I thought was a birth certificate was my marriage certificate for me and Dan, not her birth certificate. Thankfully, when I was packing, I had thrown in an extra birth certificate into my backpack, so I knew I had one, and they asked for it. They don't always ask for her birth certificate. They did this trip. I don't know if it's because of like the new Real ID stuff. In the future, pack multiple birth certificates. And then by the end of the trip, I couldn't find her birth certificate in the room. My mom ended up finding it. It was like all the way across the room from where I thought it would be. So on our July trip, I'll be packing at least 5 copies, like at least a couple in Dan's and like 5 in mine. So we're not gonna have that happen again. I did actually wear my necklace for Flower and Garden, but had it not been in front of my face, I probably would have forgotten. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why I haven't learned that about myself, because clearly I have issues when it comes to that. Last suitcase. I'm actually surprised at how well I've packed so far. A couple of things where I'm like, I probably didn't need that. Only packed 1 extra sleep sack, which if she had like an accident or something, I would have needed the second one, so not mad about that. See, this is where sunglasses, like I didn't ever wear these, or these, or these. My Juniper sunglasses in here. Or these. But I also never know what I'm going to be feeling when it comes to sunglasses. And I don't think this weighs that much, so probably still prefer that. So overpacked on undershorts, but I don't know if that's really overpacking. I packed a few extra outfits for Juniper. I knew she was not gonna be able to wear this in the heat, so I probably should have just not packed it to begin with. This extra dress for me. It is cute, but like I knew I didn't have time to wear it, but I always like to have like one extra cute outfit that I'd be willing to switch out for something. So a few extra pajamas for Juniper, so I probably could have cut down maybe, like I think 1 a night is definitely good. And I packed probably 2 per night. We didn't need the bloomers because everything that she wore that needed bloomers had bloomers with them. So I probably could have cut down a couple of these. She never needed this little extra outfit. And I didn't wear any of my extra outfits that I brought, so I really need to either just try on my outfits like right before I go to make sure that I like them, or bring like 1 extra outfit for the whole trip and call it a day, which is what I used to do. But I'm not a young girl anymore, so I like options. But I did like using the packing cubes. Like I had everything that was extra for clothes for me and Juniper in the packing cubes. I had pajamas in a separate packing cube, underwear in another packing cube, which made everything really easy. And on the cruise, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to unpack, so I really need to plan out everything that I'm gonna need for the cruise. Like for my upcoming trip, I am making lists on lists. I'm gonna make a list for everything that I want in my lounge light when we're in the parks. I want a list for where everything is packed in all my suitcases. I want a list of what I need for specifically for the cruise. So let's go for laundry. Did not use my steamer. My mom brought a steamer, so I probably should have taken this out and saved the weight. And I also can't pack it for the July trip because you can't bring a steamer on a cruise. So eventually we will get to test this out, but I'm happy to have it. And I didn't end up putting my Stony Clover Cinderella patch on my lounge fly, or not my lounge fly, the Stony Clover bag, because it's on there. So it just felt like redundant to kind of cover it up. So I think I'm gonna sell the patch. I'm not gonna put anything else. I'm so afraid it was gonna pop off anyway, so probably gonna sell that. Not that this took up weight in my suitcase because it's super lightweight, but didn't end up using it. But I did like the fanny pack, so keeping that, selling this. Sometimes I think an owner's locker would be so worth it for us because I feel like I waste a lot of like packing weight with stuff that I bring every single trip, like our toiletries, Juniper's baby stuff, sunglasses, like not sunglasses because I need those here, but like the steamer. Like I probably should look in an owner's locker and see how much that would be. But then like the cost benefit, would it make more sense just to pay for an overweight suitcase or a extra suitcase? Like what makes the most sense? Plus, like, can you get an owner's locker onto a cruise? Because you'd have to pack the stuff somewhere, so that probably doesn't make sense. But that's what it feels like. I'm wasting a lot of like packing space on stuff that I bring every single time. All right. I think that's probably the earliest I've ever been fully unpacked, so maybe I should do an unpack with me every time. I have to say, I think I've seen Pixie Dusted Mom do a similar video to this, but I'm actually surprised at how well I did with packing. There really wasn't that much extra stuff. Really the only extra stuff were, like I said, the extra outfits that I had for each day for myself, because I'm always gonna bring an extra outfit for Juniper, whether she gets wet or hot or has an accident. Like I just always want to have something, a second outfit for her. But for myself, I probably really need to like make sure that I know what I'm wearing. And for this upcoming trip, I'm going to be very meticulous about thinking through like how our day's gonna go. Do I need something to wear to the pool? Do I need, how many swimsuits do I need? Like I actually underpacked this trip for swimsuits. I brought one swimsuit because I thought we would maybe not even go swimming once, and we went 3 times. A second swimsuit would have been nice, especially for like the nighttime swims where like you don't need to be cute. You just want something comfy and that fits. So I really wish I would have packed an extra swimsuit for that. But for the July trip, I think I got all new swimsuits, but I'll probably still pack like one comfy swimsuit that I can throw on for like nighttime swims if we do that. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with how I did with packing. Having the duffel bag definitely helps, at least getting home. On the cruise, I definitely plan on using the duffel bag as like our day bag because we can put it on the stroller. I'll insert a picture here of what this, I was able to hook the duffel bag onto the stroller in the airport as we were walking through. So I think that's a good plan. But hopefully this video might have given you a couple tips and tricks. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below. Let me know when your next upcoming Disney trip is because I love talking about Disney. And if you need a travel agent, I would love to help you. Message me here or message me on Instagram at MrsMouseTravel_MVP or over on Chloe and Dan Vlogs on Instagram, whatever's easiest for you. And we can plan your Disney vacation or Universal if you want to go to Epic or any other cruise line. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!